That's where I was like, Shauna, are you serious? Like, you're seriously on crack right now, girl. Like, where's the cocaine you're snorting that you are freaking accusing Misty of trying to kill you? Welcome to Rewind and Rant, your cozy, chaotic stop for movies, shows, and pop culture breakdowns. I'm Esther, your resident millennial with an unhealthy obsession with all things Y2K. I was born in the 90s, raised in the 2000s, so yeah, that's what makes me a millennial.
And I'm Julio, the Gen Alpha, here to tell you what the internet's actually saying. I was born in 2010, which apparently makes me a Gen Alpha.
I know you. For the longest, you thought you were Gen Z, no?
Yep.
Well, Gen Z is the cutoff is 2010.
Yeah, even then, I was like, I didn't even know about Gen Alpha. I was just like, oh, I'm Gen Z. But nope.
Yeah. You identified real hard with the Gen Z.
Yeah.
I gave you the reality check when I Googled it.
I was a Gen Z until like 2 days ago. So
literally.
Now I'm a Gen Alpha.
Well, today we're unraveling the twisted wilderness that is Yellowjackets season 1, 2, 3, and little that we know about season 4. From cults to cabin fever, let's get into it. Let's start with some hot takes. I think Taissa is to blame for everything that happened in the wilderness.
What?
Yes.
How? That makes no sense.
Because I truly believe that growing up, whatever her grandma saw in that mirror, whatever her grandma took with her to the grave, stuck to Taissa and manifested itself in the wilderness.
I'm speechless.
You're gonna tell me no? You're speechless?
Yeah, I don't know. That makes kind of no sense. Even in like, I think season 2 or 3, it was revealed that the No Eye Man is just like an ad. It was just like an ice cream ad.
Oh, what?
You don't remember that?
What's an ad? A what?
It was like when Taissa and Van were like doing whatever together with like the Queen card and trying to like figure out the wilderness. It was like around that time where it was revealed that the No-Eyed Man was like from an ice cream ad.
Yeah. I do.
And obviously,
I remember.
She was probably like.
But that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Like, why then would her grandma be seeing that in the mirror and acting so erratic about saying, no, I don't want to go with you. Don't take me with you.
It could have also just been like a bad dream for after like Taissa's grandma died. Like, she could have just been dreaming that.
I don't know. That's my hot take.
Because it's also like such a weird thing that would obviously like haunt you when you're like a little kid. Like, oh, some guy his eyes just popped out. Like, that's obviously like some thing out of nightmares.
I guess, but when they did that ad for the ice cream, I'm just like, that is so random. Why would they put... Are you sure she just wasn't hallucinating it and thought she saw him on the screen?
I'm pretty sure it was just him and not an actual ad. It was like the abandoned ice cream place.
I disagree. That's my hot take. What's yours?
For me, I do not think Ben deserved to die.
100% agree. 100% agree. I think Ben dying could have been totally avoidable.
Like, if they had talked it over a little bit more, instead of just tying for like an hour or God knows how long.
Right, because you're going to talk it over with hormonal, wild teenage girls.
And when I was watching that scene, and then Shauna started like scaring Jen into voting to kill Ben, it just made me so mad. Like, oh my god. They had just no reason to believe he burned down the cabin other than he wasn't there.
None, because he was the only man. That's why they were against him. And let me tell you, there were like 3 men in the wilderness, but actually it was 3 pussies in the wilderness. I'm gonna say it like that, because if they would have been men, they would have taken charge. Who in their right mind is gonna think to themselves, oh, let the soccer girls team take charge of what's going to happen in the wilderness. But you know.
I mean, I think Javi is like 10 or something like that, and Ben has his leg chopped off. So I mean, he couldn't have done much either.
Okay, so what about Travis? Travis couldn't have done much. Travis could have been like, "Listen, girls." I mean, then again, those men were outnumbered. When there's more girls than men, forget about it. Here's another hot take of mine. Mari should have died in that freaking hole. Not the pig girl hole.
The one Ben set.
Yes, the one Ben said. Like, Ben should have just let her die, killed her off or something. Then Ben would have never died.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean,
in the wilderness, it's kill or be killed.
At the same time, he's also the guy that didn't want to eat Jackie just because. So he wouldn't just leave Mari there to starve.
Ugh. You're right. Ben is such a good guy. He did not deserve to die. He just did not deserve to die. And can we also talk about Misty's craziness? Like, that's another one. When I started watching the show, when I saw Misty break that box, the airplane box, oh my gosh, I wanted to jump through the screen and punch her in the face. I wanted to jump through the screen and punch her in the face. Because it's like, girl, what do you mean you are so insecure of yourself that you literally are putting everyone's life at risk and at danger just because people like you and need you?
Yeah, at the same time, also
deep-rooted insecurities.
The creators, I think, they like announced that it actually didn't even matter. Like, it wasn't like a tracker or anything, the box that she broke. It was like the radio components or whatever.
The transmitter.
Yeah, but it doesn't track it. So even if she had left it alone, it wouldn't have like rescued them any sooner.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I saw that like a while ago. It was like he like made an announcement. He's like, "Oh, the box that Misty broke wasn't actually like a GPS or locator or whatever."
Okay, I guess that makes sense. But still, it's like Misty has deep-rooted insecurities that go far beyond the wilderness. Like,
oh yeah, with that scene when she answers the phone and stuff in episode 2.
And then slowly her craziness started to grow on me, and I'm just kind of like, oh, Misty, she's very resourceful. That's where I started to like her, because like obviously she has deep issues, but she's very resourceful. And when you're out there in the wilderness, you want somebody who's resourceful, somebody who is quick to think on their feet, who knows what to do. Because let me tell you, I would have been a Jackie in the wilderness. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, like when she just immediately cut off Ben's leg.
Yeah, like she was just so quick to think on her feet, while everyone was like obviously processing the trauma of going through a plane crash, but Misty was just like on it with the bandages and the cauterizing and the tourniquets and making sure everyone was okay. And it's just kind of like, okay, girl, like I could see why she did it, because like in a situation like that, I would want to be with someone who kind of knows what to do.
Yeah, I mean, if they didn't have like Misty, a lot of them probably would have died early on from like infections from their wounds and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Alrighty, so moving on, let's talk about the cold popcorn, where we just, kind of dive deep into like what are the hits and the misses of the show. Season 2 for me was a slow drag, was a slow burn for sure. I think I just kept asking myself, when are these girls going to be cannibals already? Because like,
I mean, it happened in episode 2.
At the first episode.
I think it happened in episode 2
of season 2.
You don't remember?
Are you sure?
Yes. Yeah. You're acting like they ate Jackie in episode 10.
That's what it felt like.
They ate her like exactly an hour and 20 minutes.
That? You know why I say that? Because they hint the cannibalism in episode 1, and then all of season 1 there is no cannibalism. until the very end, and then that's when, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, obviously, like
they have to build up to it, but still, it's kind of like if you started off with right off the bat with episode 1, hint some of it through season 1, so that way when season 2 comes around, we already know those girls are cannibals, like full on.
I think they did really good with the slow burn, because it was such like a payoff in season 2 when everything actually crazy started happening.
But do you really think that it is supernatural things happening in the wilderness, or do you think, like Shauna said in season 2, like at the end when they're doing the hunt at the freaking lodge at Lottie's compound, where she said there was no it was us.
Yeah.
So do you think it was really supernatural, or do you think it was just something so crazy that they let out their craziness to the point that that's what kept them sane?
I think it's kind of like hit or miss. Like there was some crazy parts where you're kind of thinking, wait a minute, how could that happen? Like with the birds falling on the roof and the bear, yeah. And there's also other parts.
And let me tell you how unrealistic that whole bear scene was. Okay, I mean, yes, the bear came to Lottie, submitted itself to her, but you're gonna tell me that you're gonna kill, like, what, a 300 to 400 pound bear with one knife? Girl, come on.
Didn't she drive it through its like head or something?
No, she did it through the side of his neck or something.
Oh, well, still, that's actually pretty bad.
But the knife was so small compared to the big ass bear. Maybe if they freaking would have shot it, it would have been a little bit more. It would have been a little bit more like, okay, for sure that bear's dead.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Can we talk about Shauna?
Yeah.
For a second? Because not only did she already drive me crazy in season 1 with her like erratic way of thinking, and honestly, I think from the get, literally from episode 1, Shauna was always just a bitch to me. She was the biggest, most fakest friend to Jackie. And yeah, Jackie had her quirks, you know, she liked to be in control of things, tell people what to do, say do that, do that. But it's kind of like, dang, Shauna, like you were just a fake ass friend from the get.
Oh yeah, and like with Jackie's death, she's like, oh, I don't even know who you are anymore. She's like, oh, maybe you never have.
Exactly. And also another thing is Jackie's death also could have been avoidable. Like, her pride is what killed her. That's what truly killed Jackie. I mean, obviously the cold winter and the snow and the hypothermia, but deep down what really killed Jackie is her pride. Because if she would have just been like, you know what, yeah, she could have stayed outside for a little bit, pouted, whatever, but then she could have been like, you know what, it's getting cold, let me just get back inside and sleep on the other side of the cabin and don't talk to the girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, if Jackie would have never died, they would have never feasted like they did.
Yeah, and a lot more of them would have died. Or they would have just... Or they could have just hunted earlier.
Oh my gosh. Let's finish talking about Shauna first, and then we'll get to the hunting, because I have a lot to say about that one. Shauna is so messed up. The reason why I would say, like I was saying earlier, another death that could have been avoidable is Adam. Adam could have not died. Adam could have simply just been like, hey, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what blackmail, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And then Shauna jumped to conclusions when she found like the Yellowjackets book or whatever.
It's the jumping to conclusions that got me with Shauna every single time. She did it with Misty, with the whole freezer thing, saying Misty is like trying to kill her with the car brakes. Oh yeah, like, with
the brakes.
Adult Shauna is so much more irritating than teenage Shauna. I just want to punch both of them. Adult Shauna is even worse. That's what I gotta say about that with Shauna. I just wanted to freaking punch the crap out of her. And then you mentioned the hunting. Oh, let me tell you. I think those kids liked more making out than actually hunting. Because there would be times where Travis and Natalie would go out to hunt. There would be an animal right there. And they're playing games like if it's nothing. Like, if it's nothing, you guys are dirty, dingy, disgusting. Y se lo quieren meter. Y se lo quieren meter.
Oh, yeah, like, and
I wanted to punch the crap out of both of them when I see them freaking just messing around in the wilderness. Como si tienen tiempo para eso.
With the Thai van scene in season 3, I, like, cringed so hard because how are you gonna tell me your fingers are so dirty and then you're rubbing each other's insides?
Let me tell you, and that goes for Van and Thaisa too. After the Doomsday, right? After they come out as like a couple or whatever, where it jumps to that, like, obviously they're tripping balls. You know, everyone is tripping balls because Misty wanted to once again poison Ben with her delusional way of thinking that the man likes her. I yelled at the screen like, Misty, he doesn't like you, girl. He's so gay. Like, let it go. She didn't let it go. She didn't let it go because she's so delusional. She freaking shroomed everyone out. And after the whole freaking fact, they jumped to that scene where I'm just like, ew, you haven't even showered. Like,
yeah. But at the same time, Doom coming wasn't really her fault. It was more like mostly Mari's because she just grabbed random mushrooms and threw it in the soup.
Yes, agreed.
But also, Misty could have just like kept her in her hand instead of just laying them out.
Exactly, instead of laying it down, where you can clearly tell Mari was grabbing things. Like, if she sees, oh, mushrooms, okay, she's gonna be like, let's throw it in the freaking soup. Oh my goodness. And then the whole hunting, that's how you know they were so desperate for food that they took Travis as a wolf. Like, they really were so, I mean, not only were they tripping balls, but that's how you know they were so desperate for food.
Oh yeah, Doom Coming was a pretty crazy episode.
Didn't you say that it was one of your favorite episodes?
Well, not yet. I was leading up to that. But I said it a while ago.
You did say it though.
I don't remember that.
You did say it though.
I don't remember that. But I think my 3 favorite episodes of all the seasons would be Doom Coming. I forgot the name. It was something cannibalism, but season 2, episode 2, and Full Circle.
Oh, the feasting, yeah. The feasting one.
Yeah, and Full Circle of season 3, episode 10.
Well, isn't that the last episode?
Yeah. Yeah, like when all the reveals were made, like, oh, Mari's Pit Girl, Shauna's Antler Queen.
Oh, yeah. That one is a good season.
Oh, yeah, and then when Nat is...
I mean, that's a good episode, Bigo.
When you find out that Nat's the one that got them rescued, it was like, oh my god.
Yes, I literally yelled. I was like, oh my god. Yes, Natalie, you climb up that mountain and get that girl.
But to go back to, like, hits and misses, I think a really big miss in the show is how they treat each other as adults. Like, they should be treating each other way worse, especially Shauna.
Oh, like, my gosh. 100% agree.
When that one episode happened where it was like Natalie getting kicked out of her like house in the woods or something by Shauna and like a few other people, it was like, it made me wonder why was Natalie so nice with Shauna in the adult timeline? Like, literally, like, in the middle of her sleep, in her socks, Shauna kicked her out of her house. Made no sense.
Where she kicked Lottie out?
No, like, Natalie out. Because they were doing, like, checks or something for knives or whatever. Because Shauna started being a dictator and, like, did not want to leave.
There were so many times where I would think to myself, watching the adult timeline, like, you guys should have a little bit more compassion with each other. Like, you guys went through something so traumatic, so life-changing, so mind-changing, and you guys are the only ones who know what it's like. Obviously, everybody went through their own thing, because obviously Shauna went through the pregnancy, she lost her baby, like, Shauna went through a little bit more heavier stuff, but, like, still, all in all, like, they're the only ones in the entire world who knows what it was like to be in the wilderness. So the fact that they were so mean to each other, like, I did not like the way Shauna treated Lottie. Yes, granted, Lottie's crazy, but Shauna's crazy, Misty's crazy, Natalie's crazy, like, Thaisa's even freaking crazier.
Yeah, Shauna's crazy. She's like the one person that doesn't want to accept it.
Tree. everyone is crazy. But I did not like the way Shauna treated all the women in the adult timeline. She just seemed so freaking like, what's the word? Like,
she'd act like she was just better than all of them because she wanted to
right.
like she had like the normal life out of all of them.
Like, girl, as a stay-at-home mom myself, your life is not so glamorous. Like, please, cállate. And then when she was coming at Misty, that's where I was like, Shauna, are you serious? Like, you're seriously on crack right now, girl. Like, where's the cocaine you're snorting that you are freaking accusing Misty of trying to kill you? If she wanted to kill you, she could have killed you in the wilderness. Like, they should have.
And plus, in, like, the final few episodes of Season 3, when Melissa was, like, calling her out and everything, she just did not want to accept any of it at all.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Like, who's to say that the guys who stole her car didn't, like, mess with her brakes or anything?
And then, I'm telling you, Adam didn't need to be killed. If there was just a little bit more communication between Jeff and Shauna in their marriage, Shauna would have never assumed that Jeff was cheating. Shauna would have never cheated. And Jeff would have told Shauna, hey, I'm going through financial troubles at the freaking furniture store. Is it possible, like, we need this, but no. All of that led to Adam getting killed. And Adam was a good guy, you know? He really genuinely deeply cared for Shauna.
Yeah.
So sad.
I think another miss, too, is, like, we really knew nothing about Cabin Guy throughout the whole thing. Like, yes. I feel like
there were just some things where we needed a little bit more emphasis on it.
Like, I totally agree with you. If you're living in, like, a cabin in the middle of Canada doing nothing, you should probably have, like, a journal or something to tell about your life. We don't even know how he died. He could have, like, killed himself. He could have drank poison. He could have been, like, 90 years old. Like, who knows how long his skeleton was sitting there.
Well, I mean, he obviously was a bag of bones. He was sitting there for
a while, at least.
It has, decades. Because the way that, I mean, obviously I am no expert, but I would assume that when you get to a bag of bones, it has to be decades.
Yeah.
And did you catch the Thaisa thing? Her whole other self? I think she has undiagnosed, like, personality disorder.
Yeah, I mean, that'd have to be, like, obviously, because
that would have to be the reason, right?
Like, when you start talking to her, sometimes it's other Thai, then it has to be, like, something wrong with you.
And then I just feel so bad for Van. Like,
yeah, she was trying to save Melissa, too, and then she just gets murdered for it.
Well, no, if you think about it, she gets sacrificed. Because that's the thing. Since what? I want to say, was it season 1? Where they're running at no.
Oh yeah, when she had like a really close run-in with the wolves and stuff.
Yeah. No, it's a sacrifice of, like, you know, them sacrificing to the wilderness.
Yeah.
Like, season 1, Natalie did not have to die. Honestly. If Van would have just... Wait.
Yeah, wait, what are you talking about? Season 1, Natalie didn't have to die?
Who died in season 1 as the adult?
Travis.
So, Travis. Oh, yes, season 2, it was Natalie. Sorry.
Yeah, which is actually really
I got my seasons mixed up. Season 2, Natalie didn't have to die. Because if Van had cancer, don't you think to yourself, oh, well, if I have cancer, I'm only going to live for a few more months. Let me sacrifice myself. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, when they were adults, they want to believe in the wilderness. They didn't really start believing in the wilderness again until, like, season 3. With, like, the cards and stuff.
Well, the only reason why they started believing it is because of all the coincidences happening. When Van and Thaisa went out, right? And they went out to eat dinner, you know, just to celebrate or whatever, Van's diagnosis that she's in remission. And then they skip out, they do the freaking dine and dash, and the guy dies of a heart attack. they think to themselves, that's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's when they started believing again in the wilderness, which I'm telling you, I blame Thaisa for.
Yeah, because I mean, she was the one that had the idea. Oh, you know what? Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here and let's skip dinner. I'll pay it later. Like, girl, why don't you just pay it now? And
yeah, we'll just like leave a couple like bills and you're out.
Unbelievable. These women, these women. Sometimes you just look at them like, where is your common sense? Did it die in the wilderness with your dignity and freaking morals?
Sometimes common sense just isn't common.
Oh, that's so true. And that's so true in today's day and age, too. You don't have to be on the wilderness to find that out. All right. Let's jump to Rewind Roulette. What is your most WTF moment of the series?
I think it was the cabin burning.
Oh, 100% agree.
Because that was one of the few moments that like I wasn't actually spoiled on in the whole show.
Was one of the things that I'm just like, what? How? When? Who? And thankfully, the dumb bitch Shauna was awake to find out.
Like, you're super lucky you got to watch it without any spoilers. Because before I started watching, I kept seeing so much Yellowjackets. Like, I saw that Mario was... No, not Mario was Pit Girl. I saw that Jackie died right before I started watching it. And when I was in, like, Season 1, I saw that Ben died because I started watching the show when Season 3 just came out. And it was so annoying. And
the thing is, I wanted to spoil myself.
And surprisingly, the cabin burning was actually, like, the only thing in the whole show that I wasn't spoiled on from, like, TikTok or something.
I wanted to spoil myself because I do not like thrillers. I don't like supernatural horrors or anything that has to do with anything like that. So there would be moments where the anticipation was building so much for me that I needed to know already just because I couldn't handle it.
But, like, for me, that just makes no sense. Like, it ruins the whole thing.
It ruins it, but I don't like the anticipation. I don't like the build-up. I don't like not knowing.
I never understand when you say I don't like thrillers, because it's like, it's nothing like a horror movie.
Because I just don't like the anticipation. I don't like the building of it. Like, it's the uncertainty, the unknowing.
It makes no sense, because that's, like, the best thing about movies and TV shows. Like, especially,
well, you know what? Sometimes I just need to know before I find that, before it happens.
That's why
so I can prepare myself mentally.
Like, that's why I love Aliens so much. Like, I love Aliens so much for that very reason. Like, when they start off...
I've never seen Alien.
Which is exactly why. Like, it makes no sense. Thrillers are so good. Like, when it starts off and they're on the spaceship and they're like, oh, we're on their way home. There's nothing wrong that could happen now. And then like, the first guy dies and then slowly everyone starts dying and like, oh my god.
And then mind you, Sigourney Weaver is the only one left alive to fight it. I love how I've never seen Alien, but I know exactly how it ends.
I've even played the game. Like, the game is so good too. It's exactly like the movie.
That's how much I don't like thrillers that I will spoil myself and then never watch it.
And Sinners was so good too. It wasn't even scary at all.
The way Theo Samuel made Sinners feel, it felt like a horror movie.
It's not though, at all.
Okay, that's your WTF moment for the show. My WTF moment definitely has to probably be when, like, Shauna becomes Antler Queen.
Oh yeah, that was kind of crazy.
I think because it just felt so much like Lottie's place. I would have been fine with either Lottie or Natalie being Antler Queen. Because Lottie was compassionate and understanding, and Natalie led with, like, you know... I think Natalie was just, like, the last person to have empathy for people.
Yeah.
In the wilderness. Shauna she was just a dictator. She was just a freaking
Oh yeah, when
Oh
she
my
like
gosh.
decided that everyone was staying because she didn't want to go back to the real world. That part made me
Oh,
so
you know what
annoyed.
else? You know what else is what was a WTF moment for me?
What?
When Shauna was like, asking where her baby was, and then she comes out and to see
Oh, that
like
they're eating the
them
baby.
eating it. Oh my gosh! And then just to find out all of that was like a hallucination.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
gosh!
episode was actually one of like the few moments in the show that like kind of shocked me.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys, like that's a freaking child, like that's a baby, like innocente. That's.
Yeah,
What's your favorite quote from a character in the show?
definitely when Misty is during the trial and she's like, "Oh, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me."
Oh
That
yes,
is
that
definitely
one.
one of my
I love
favorite
that
quotes
one
in the whole
too.
show.
I love that one too.
I have it
Um,
like in the back of my brain all the time, so when someone like says they assume something, I'm always gonna say that now.
I love when Misty's on the phone, and I think she's talking to Natalie, and she goes, "Don't make me come looking for you." That's how you see. That's how you know Misty's crazy.
Yeah.
She'll do anything to go look for somebody.
Oh yeah, like when the teddy bear part in season 1, that part was funny.
Mm-hmm. Those are some good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which Yellowjackets would survive the Hunger Games?
The
Have you seen the Hunger Games?
No.
You've never seen the Hunger Games, Julilias?
No. I have not
So
seen
now
that.
we know what's going to be on
Future
the
episode.
next to watch. Yeah. The Hunger Games is probably such a great trilogy. It
Oh yeah, they're
definitely has
making a
more
new one
power.
too, I think now.
I think so, yeah. One character you never trust alone in the woods. Shauna.
Definitely. Like, am I with them or they're just there?
Obviously, that's how you know you can't trust them.
Oh, probably yeah, Shauna.
I never trust Shauna to be with me in the wilderness. She'll skin me alive and eat me.
She'll skin you alive, make you eat half of your skin, and she'll eat the rest.
Yeah, she'll just, freeze me and talk to me until she, like, needs to eat.
Oh yeah, like what happened to Jackie.
Yeah. She'll literally put me on a table and be like, girl dinner, girl dinner.
What?
You've never seen those memes
No.
on TikTok? Where it's like a girl shows her like obviously super basic, like maybe mac and cheese and it's like girl dinner, girl dinner.
No, I
It's
have
really
not
funny.
seen that.
Wow, Julelias. Jump on girl dinner TikTok. You'll see it. You'll find it. It's funny. It's hilarious.
Maybe one day.
One day. Yeah. You know what that day will be? When you get chosen for the wilderness and the wilderness chooses you. That's when you'll know. Alrighty. So, moving on to the Lore Lodge theory zone. What are your theories for season 4?
I feel like we're definitely gonna see probably a lot of Lottie in like the mental institution, like her experiences and stuff. Like we got a sneak peek of that in season 3 for her like death episode.
Yeah.
But I think we're definitely gonna see a lot more of it, like in detail. Maybe even like a full episode just dedicated to her.
So I think that Misty is gonna hallucinate Natalie. I possibly, because for some reason, obviously Natalie is the only one out of the entire group who knew that Misty broke the box. And this is why I said Natalie was the only one to have empathy towards people. Because even though she knew Misty broke the transmitter box, she knew how crazy Shauna was, that she spared her life.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Misty had such a love towards Natalie.
Because she knew that Natalie saved her from Shauna.
Right.
No, but actually, like, when I think about it, I feel like Shauna probably wouldn't have been that affected by her breaking the box. Maybe even, like, congratulated her. Because if you think about it, at that time, they all thought that the box was like a GPS or something. So Shauna would be like, "Oh, great job. We're stuck out here now." Because Shauna's like the main one that wanted to stay.
I think Shauna literally would have killed her. I think Shauna would have killed her for that. And Natalie spared her. So I think in season 4, Misty's probably going to start hallucinating some Natalie images, for sure.
Maybe.
I also want to see more of the teenage timeline of after they get rescued. Like, how does Misty get back into everyday life? How does Natalie do it? Shauna, Thaisa, you know?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like videos like talking about how their families are gonna react. Like, are they gonna like assume that they've been dead, or like half of them gonna be just gone, like moving their life?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen like some theories about like
to go visit their grave, like that their parents did for them, thinking that they were dead.
That they're gonna have to like visit their grave or something.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm excited for sure for season 4, and I can't wait to see what they come up with.
I've also seen some theories talking about
for the casting of the teenagers to the adult timeline. Like, they seem so similar from what they look like as teenagers to adults that I cannot wait to just dive deep into season 4 when it comes out.
Oh yeah, one thing also would be pretty cool to see would be like Melissa's backstory, because remember in season 3, she talked about how like she faked her death and stuff. Like I want to see why like she'd come to that point of faking her death.
Well, I mean, she kind of explained it when she sat down with Shauna. She just didn't want to be that person anymore.
Well, yeah, still, but remember, you don't have to like.
They went through such traumatic events in the wilderness. You know, not only did they go through traumatic events, they were also teenagers, and you obviously are a teenager yourself. You know the emotional roller coaster that it is to be a teenager. So it's kind of like dealing with like girlhood, trauma, and like also in a sense power, because obviously Shauna was power tripping so hard when she became Antler Queen.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like she gave a pretty good explanation when she sat down with Shauna. And of course, Shauna, crazy, did not believe her. She really thought to herself, oh no, you came for me. It's like, girl, what makes you so special? Out of everyone in the freaking group, what makes you so damn special? No, you're not special. Like, get over yourself, Shauna.
You could also kind of see how, like, something like that would be interpreted. Like, sending the tape of someone you killed. Like, that'd be kind of...
Yeah. Like, I mean, I see why Shauna would jump to that conclusion. But it's like, hold your horses. Oh my gosh. Hold your horses. Not everything is about you, Shauna. But I'm not going to lie to you. I probably would have done what Melissa did. I probably would have faked my death and lived off the grid from anybody or anyone that could possibly take me back to the wilderness. Just to really, really settle it and put it to bed.
I also have this like small feeling in the back of my mind that either Misty is going to be the last one standing, or Misty's going to be the first one to die in season 4.
You think Misty's going to die in season 4?
Like, I have a small feeling. A very small feeling.
I feel like Misty is going to be the last one standing.
Yeah, because I also did see this theory a while ago. I think I told you about it.
There you go with your theories. You like to spoil yourself.
I saw this theory a while ago that I told you about it. I'm pretty sure it was like, oh, Misty is going to be the last one standing because she's technically not a part of the team.
Oh, yeah.
And that the wilderness is only going after Yellowjackets.
But she is a part of the team.
No, because she's the team manager. Yeah, no, but like actually like, on the soccer team.
Still part of the time.
Still, you're.
But that's still being a part of the team.
Still.
There's no team without the manager.
Okay, fine.
Wow, I can't believe you want to take away Misty's thought of being part of the team. That's why she's so like, when she was telling, what's his name? Elijah Wood, his character, she's like, I don't know if you're obsessed with like Yellowjackets and like my teammates. That's what she kept saying, my teammates, my teammates. Because in her eyes, she is a part of the team.
Yeah.
They are together as one. I can't believe you want to take that away from Misty.
Okay.
You're unbelievable.
Oh my god. It wasn't even my theory.
It wasn't your theory, but so messed up that you want to take it away from Misty.
Oh my god.
No, I think for sure Misty's going to be the last one standing. I hope that season 4 we kill Shauna off. Let's kill Shauna off for good, so she stops terrorizing people. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
I think it's also pretty good, like, way that they could introduce maybe one more. I know, like, I think at the beginning of season 1 they were talking about like, oh, there's only gonna be 8 survivors or something, and we have 8 survivors, but at the same time, maybe we could get like Aquila or something to come in season 4.
Oh yeah. That's also going to be another one with Aquila. I think she's going to die in the wilderness before getting rescued because she was in the caves.
Yeah, because we obviously know
on the dream
that Jen and Hannah don't survive, but we don't know about Aquila. Like, it's not really confirmed.
We don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. We will just have to wait and see. Alrighty, so wrapping up our first episode, what are some rant reflections? Are the adult survivors becoming worse than their teen selves?
I feel like, yeah.
100%.
Especially Shauna. I mean, she's just out here killing random people.
I hope people can gather how much I dislike Shauna
like,
as a character.
It's kind of surprising how she hasn't been caught yet.
And then I love how her solution to everything is to kill people. Like, that obviously doesn't solve the problem, Shauna. And if it wasn't for Elijah Wood, what's his name?
Walter, I'm pretty sure.
Walter. If it wasn't for Walter cleaning up her mess because he liked Misty, guess what? Shauna would have gone to jail. Shauna would have gone to jail. Jeff would have gone to jail, and freaking Callie too, because she's freaking an annoying ass one too. All 3 of them would have been to jail, straight to jail. But no, here comes Walter cleaning up the mess. Yes, Jeff had to get his hands dirty, but he did it out of love for Misty, and Misty acts like such a total bitch towards him. When that scene where she's at his house and he gives her like the chocolate espresso martini, and she is like super like doesn't want to drink it. She's like, oh, where are my chocolate shavings? Assuming, because obviously when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. She assumes that Walter was going to poison her, and then he takes a sip out of it himself. Like, girl, he wasn't going to kill you. He loves you, and they're so similar. I can't believe that she can't see that. No,
it wasn't.
And they make such a cute couple.
It wasn't because she thought he was gonna poison her. It was so that she could like look at his phone and he wouldn't see. Cause remember, that's how he like.
Yeah, but still.
She looked through his phone, and then that's how she found out that Callie's the one that killed Lottie.
Yeah, but still, in a sense, she probably had it in the back of her head.
No.
Oh my goodness. You know what? We could agree to disagree. I think.
Fine.
Because that was such a total setup in that scene. That was a total setup for people to think that Misty was thinking that she was going to be poisoned because she's a poisoner herself.
No, I think you just completely misread the scene.
You're unbelievable.
Nuh-uh.
What would you have done differently if you were stranded in the wilderness?
Honestly, I don't even know. I would have just been doing chores and washing dishes so no one kills me.
I probably would have made myself very useful. I probably would have started as a Jackie, but I probably would have been like, learned to have been a Misty or a Natalie, or Lottie or any one of those girls, because clearly in the wilderness, it's kill or be killed. It's as if Lord of the Flies and Mean Girls had a baby, and it's Yellowjackets.
Oh, yeah, talking about that, I thought it would have been really cool. Like, I remember the day before the season 3 finale came out, everyone was talking about, oh, Antler Queen's either gonna be Lottie, a hallucination of Jackie, or Shauna, and it ended up being Shauna. But I think it would have also been really cool if they like went to the path of like them all hallucinating Jackie, because she was the first person that they ate, their first a lot, really.
Well, yeah, I honestly believe too that Shauna will be hallucinating a lot of Jackie too.
Yeah, a lot more
I
in Jackie.
think I honestly, this is probably my biggest theory, is that I think that Shauna is going to go so crazy to the point that she, like, literally, like, loses it and kills herself. Because remember, at the end of season 3, adult Shauna comes home once again after murdering and wanting to freaking kill people. She comes home to an empty house. No Callie, no Jeff, which, by the way, finally, Jeff finally had the balls to pack up their crap and say, we're leaving. We're gone. Your mom's a murdering freaking suburban hoe. Let's get out of here. And so she's going to come home. She comes home to an empty house. And then that's where I really believe she's going to mentally start spiraling to the point where she kills herself.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy.
That would, right?
Because it would also be, it would make a lot more sense than like a superhero team up against Shauna, like Thaisa and Misty versus Shauna.
Yeah, literally. Alrighty, well, that was an amazing first episode. Breaking down Yellowjackets is so fun, especially with you, that you are so into the theories and, you know, the hidden clues and stuff. I cannot wait to continue to like talk about more TV shows and movies and stuff like that. So what's going to be coming up for Rewind and Rant in our first season?
For our season 1 episode 2 of Rewind and Rant, we will be going over the latest biopic from Timothée Chalamet about Bob Dylan and his life of becoming a star.
Which I'm so excited because I've never seen it, so I'll be getting.
I just saw it a few months ago, I think in the beginning of May or end of April. It was really good.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that one.
And for upcoming movie news, the movie The Materialists is coming out.
Which I'm so excited about. I cannot wait to go see it.
Next Friday.
June 13th.
Next Friday. And also the Fantastic Four and the new Superman movie are coming out. I think July 25th, and I completely forgot when the Superman movie is coming out. So, I'm really excited for the Fantastic Four movie. I'm going to be front row first day. Or not even first day, before the first day. Because you can watch movies the day before they're actually released.
I'm so excited for the movie releases. Fantastic Four, I'm a bit biased. Just because I really like the one that came out in the 2000s with Jessica Alba, Chris Evans. Like, I really...
Yeah, but everyone says that. You sound like a robot.
How do I sound like a robot? They're good movies. Like...
Because when they... Yeah, but at the same time, you can't just say, oh, I think this is going to be okay
or mid. I'm not cutting it off
because
completely.
I like the other one.
I'm not cutting it off completely, but I am a bit biased towards this one coming up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I like the original.
You kind of are cutting it off, though.
I'm not cutting it off. You know what? Let me jump through this screen right now. I'm excited for it. I know it definitely. I don't know if I'm so excited about the era and the decade that they chose, but obviously they're going based off the comics, so it's something different. It's not modernized like the ones that came out in the 2000s, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to The Materialist. I feel like a good rom-com hasn't come out in such a long time. Like, and it looks like it's going to be such a good one. Witty, funny, obviously romantic, And I mean, Pedro Pascal, Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans. Ay, Dios perdóname, though. I can't wait.
I and a lot of other people on the internet very much believe she should choose Pedro Pascal by the end of the movie.
Are you serious?
Because
you guys are coming up with theories already?
No, not theories.
Theories. That's theories. You don't know if she chooses Chris Evans. What if she chooses Chris Evans?
Then the movie's a sham.
How is it a sham? You don't even know what it's fully about. Oh, so you're calling her a materialist. That's what you're calling her.
Because they always go with the broke guy. And then they have $2 for that.
Oh my gosh. As if jobs don't exist. As if jobs don't exist. Yeah,
but he still has zero money.
But you don't even know what he does yet.
It shows it in the thing. He's like a waiter, and he does commercials for extra money on weekends.
So what, are you dissing all the servers?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you did.
I'd rather go on like first class jet to some other country than go to an upstate road trip. So yeah.
I guess. I mean, I only saw like the preview. I only saw a little bit of the preview, like the one that they showed months ago. I haven't seen any other trailers.
Yeah, because they just released like the final trailer like today or something.
Oh, well, hello. Then I need to go watch that. I need to go watch that for sure. But I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she should choose Pedro Pascal too.
You just came up with all this stuff saying Chris Evans. Oh my god.
Listen, because I will defend people in the service industry. As my husband works in the service industry, that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be wrong if she chose Chris Evans. Like, you know, Chris Evans is a good guy too. I think so. I would hope so in the movie. He's a good guy. I cannot wait to see how it unfolds. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to go see it in theaters, get my popcorn, sit back, and just watch and enjoy a movie that is just been needing to come out.
Yeah.
These movie releases that we've been having lately, it's just been so like, oh my gosh, I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like bland, you know?
Yeah.
Bland. Blah. Ugh. Alrighty. Well, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the show notes for more information on our next coming episode. We're going to be posting every Monday. Every Monday. We're going to be on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So hit that follow button to continue to support this podcast. And we'll check you guys later.
And if you have any movie, TV show recommendations, leave it down in the comments, and we'll probably end up watching it.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know so we can watch it. But it was fun chatting. Yellowjackets. Until the next time, we'll check you later. Bye.
Bye.